All right, welcome back to today's class. My name is Ayodele Kehinde, and I'm still your tutor or your coach for this class. Thank you for joining us one more time. I appreciate everyone who participated in the last class. All right, I'll quickly do a recap of what we studied in the last class. In the last class, we learned what video editing is, and I was explained to us that video editing is not video production, but it is a part or a session or the last stage in video production. All right, I told us what we should do as a video editor. The first thing we should do is to organize our file. And how do we organize our file? We need to create folders for each of the elements we'll be using. You know, we create folders for them and make sure that everything is properly organized. Then after launching the screen, the software Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2017, I explained some of the interface or what we see on the interface. I explained to us that this is the source monitor. I told us that this is a program monitor. I told us that this is a timeline. I also told us that this is a project folder. All right, I also explained that this is a blank sheet, and before you can do anything, before you can continue editing, or before you can edit anything at all, you need to open a new sequence. And what is the shortcut to open a new sequence? Please get your jotting pad, take note of all these things, all these shortcuts and the steps. All right, Control N is the shortcut to open a new sequence, and you get this prompt. All right, I told us that we should title this intro. All right, good. You click on OK, and that's all. All right, boom, you have your project or your sequence ready. All right, good. This is the source monitor, this is the program monitor, don't forget. All right, now there's something I am seeing on this screen here. This looks like a square. It's not looking like a 1920 1080 sequence, so I need to make some adjustments. I'll come here, yeah, editing mode. Good. What I'll just do is to choose this 1080p, and you see what happens. Can you see? Now, if I bring in any video here, it's going to look good. It's going to match well. You know, that is the aspect ratio. That's the ratio of our normal television screen. All right, 1920 by 1080. All right, but the one we have there is 720p. It looks like the aspect ratio for this olden days television, this olden days camera, and all of that. Okay, good. That's not our focus for this class. Sorry, I have to digress. Okay, the first thing we need to do when we get to this point is to import our files, and that is the first thing in this class. We need to import our files. How do we do that? There are two ways to do this. The first way is to create a folder, the same folder you have created, the same kind of folder you have created from the beginning. You have to replicate the same thing. Create the same folder. The first one is videos. Let me just create just two videos. Create another folder. You name it. You create a folder by clicking on this new bin. Oh, sorry. Create a folder. Title this music. Okay, good. All right, what you need to do now is to open this folder that you've created. Sorry, let me delete this. The video folder you created, you want to import your file, video file. You right click, then come to import. Locate the folder where you have saved your video. Now I pick my video from here. Sorry. Good. Then I open, and boom, I have my video in the folder. Another method to use, or to import video files, or to import your file rather, whether video, music, or any element you're using in your video editing, is to drag and drop. Locate the folder that you are about to import, then click on it, hold and drag, and bring it down to your editing software, and boom, we have it here. All right, good. So we have our video on the software. We have imported them into the software. Now the next thing to do is to bring our video file to our timeline. We have two ways of bringing this also. You can drag directly to your timeline. Okay, you have two ways of working with your video, or working on your video, cutting the parts that you don't need. Number one, you can just drag and drop, just like this. All right, you have it there, you have it there, you have it on your timeline. Good. Or let me delete this. Or you edit from source monitor. How do you do that? You double click on this video, it will reflect on your source monitor. Now I told us that any video we see here on this program monitor is what we have on the timeline. The program monitor reveals to us every video that we have, or the videos that we have on our timeline. But this one reveals the video that we have in our project file. Program monitor reveals what you have on your timeline, okay, while the source monitor is just a preview monitor. Just see what you're about to move to your timeline, see what you're about to copy, see what you're about to work with. Okay, that's what the source monitor does. Okay, from here, after I've double clicked on this video, okay, let me work with this first one. I double clicked on it, so I have the video on my timeline. Now this is the video I recorded for my brother, and he's a graphic designer and he's about to launch his online training course, and I shot this video for him. He made several mistakes in this video, but you need to see the end product of the video. You need to see the outcome of the video. I had to cut off all the mistakes, and I can start editing from the source monitor. How do we do that? You need just two tools to do that, to achieve that. The first one is marking tool, and this is it here, marking tool. The shortcut for marking tool is letter I on your keyboard, letter I. And the next thing you need is mark out tool, okay, and the shortcut is letter O. Now this is what you do with this tool. You cut out the portion that you need. You extract just the portion that you need on your timeline using this tool. For example, let's work with this video. I'm going to fast forward. Now I want to start my video from here. What do? I click on I, or I click on letter I on my keyboard, or I click on this marking tool. I have my video marked. So if I'm dragging this video, or if I'm bringing this video down to my timeline, it is at this point that the video will start from. The video will definitely start from this point, because I instructed it, or I commanded it, that it should start from there using the marking tool. Now let's click on. Yes, I packaged a few minutes. Okay. Can you see that? Good. Now I want to stop the video there. So what do? I press O, letter O on the keyboard. It means it's going to start from this point and finish it from this point. You can actually adjust it if you feel that maybe you have adjusted or the marking, you know, did not get on the spot you want to pick. You can adjust it. Okay, now after doing that, you click on the screen to drag in the video and the audio. If you want to drag in video alone, you click on this, you drag video only. If you want to drag audio only, you click on this icon and you drag audio only. But what we want to do, we want to bring in the video and the audio. We click on the screen, hold it and drag to the timeline. Boom, we have a video on the timeline. Now, like I said, this program monitor reveals to us what we have on the timeline. Now let me press the enter key to replay. Can you see that? It is what we have on the timeline that is revealing on this program monitor. Good. Let me quickly jump further to, I want to cut out another part of this video that I need. Okay, let me just take it from there.
I've recorded a few minutes video showing you step by step what I do to attract high-paying clients.
Okay, and that is my house. I press letter I to mark the beginning and letter O to mark the ending. I do the same thing. I drag to my timeline. Good. Now there's something I want to quickly explain to us again. I have the two different clips from the same clip. You know, you have recorded a whole lot of clip, a long clip, but you saw that, okay, there's a part that you don't need, or there are parts that you just want to pick out, especially to run your advert, or you want to do a montage, or you want to do a quick overview. You don't need to cut the whole video, and you know, you don't need to show the whole video. You need to cut out the action part or the interesting part. Okay, now these are what you use. Okay, I'll show you the second method to do this, or the second way to do this. The first way is what I'm showing, and that is the easiest way. Cut out the part you need from your source monitor. All right, good. So now we have the two clips here from one single clip. I want to merge them together. I click on this empty space for accuracy, because the truth is, if you want to zoom in your timeline, you press on the plus button on your keyboard. Plus and minus is to zoom in and zoom out. Okay, now look at this. If you are not careful enough, you want to merge these two clips and you are moving your mouse, you can mistakenly move it above the first clip, and definitely it's going to chop into the first clip. Good, but I don't want to do that. I want an excellent match. So what do? I click on this empty space, I right click, then ripple delete. It will match the clips by itself. All right, now I have a whole video. Now I can play them together. It might not make sense. This is just for the tutorial purpose.
I've recorded a few minutes video showing you step by step what I do to attract high-paying clients.
Do you see that? All right, so that is that. We want to quickly move to the second method. The second method you can use, let me clear this mark in and mark out. I need to clear this first. The second step, or the second way to do this, is to bring in the whole video to your timeline. You have the whole video.
All right.
Then you now have to play from the beginning.
Learn how I make.
Play everything from the beginning.
Would you like to earn nothing less than $100 every month?
All right. Then I want to let me push further a bit. Then I need to click. I want my video to start from this point. What do? I click on Control. I press Control and K. It will cut off the remaining part of the video that is not needed. Then I delete. All right, my video starts from here.
Would you like to earn nothing less than $100 every month from graphic design, even as a beginner?
All right, I stop there. I want you to stop there. I click on Ctrl and K. I cut out that part that is needed. I keep playing.
Yes, you heard me right. $100 every month. My name is Adobe Taiwo.
Okay, I want you to start from my name is Adobe Taiwo. I want it to start from, or to continue from, my name is Adobe Taiwo. So I cut it. Let me zoom in so you can see. Now I'll cut it from there, clicking on Ctrl and K, or I use this razor button. This is the razor tool. Rather, I use the razor tool. Instead, I use the razor tool to cut wherever I want to cut, or I make sure that I have the timeline set on where I want the video, where I want to cut the video. Then I click on Ctrl K. All right, that's quite simple. So because I don't need that, I don't need to keep stressing myself, bringing the cursor down here, click on this, cut, then go back here to click the move tool or selection tool and all of that. I work with shortcuts. Okay, so I delete this part. Then what do? I right click and ripple delete. It will match the video clips together. Good. Now let's do a playback.
Would you like to earn nothing less than $100 every month from graphic design, even as a beginner? My name is Adobe Taiwo Joshua, and I'm a graphic designer. I make nothing less than $100 every month from graphic design.
All right. So from here, I want my video to end here. I can click on this razor tool, click on this line. You can't be so accurate. You need to zoom in here and you cut. Now to go back to your move tool, you click on letter V, or C is to cut, V is to, C is for razor button or razor tool, V is for move tool. So you can click on the move tool and delete the videos that you don't need. Now look at where my video is starting from. I want to bring it to the beginning of the timeline. What do? I have to right click, the same ripple delete, we bring it down there, and you do a playback. All right.
Would you like to earn nothing less than $100 every month?
Okay, because of our time, I need to move to the next on the agenda, and the next thing is working with transitions. I'm going to be working with all of these tools. Please pardon me that I am in a rush, kind of, because even this laptop is giving me some issues, but I'll actually still cope with it. Pardon me for that. I'm working on it. Okay, the next thing is transition. What is transition? Transition is movement from one clip or one scene to another. Movement from one scene to another. Now, this is also an effect, so to say. Look at this video. You see that there's a jump cut.
My name is Adobe Taiwo Joshua.
It's not so glaring. Okay.
$100 every month from graphic design,
even as a beginner.
My name is Adobe.
Can you see that jump cut? But there's a way we can use our transition to transit from the first video clip to the second video clip, and the jump cut won't be noticed. It will be a smooth transition. All right, good. That is what transition is meant for. It will give you a smooth movement or from one video to the other, from one clip to the other. Now we have bunch of transitions here, but I would advise that we keep it simple. A professional video editor keeps his design simple, keeps his video editing simple. All right, you don't need to bombard it with a lot of transition and effects. All right, good. The first thing, okay, the first transition I want to use here is okay, let me just use cross dissolve. This is a very common transition that is being used. All right, now let's do a playback and see what happens.
Graphic design, even as a beginner. My name is Adobe
Oh, sorry, I have to render that. My system is a bit slow. Okay,
My name is Adobe.
can you see that?
Even as a beginner. My name is Adobe.
Can you see that? It's a smooth transition from the first video to the other video. There are a bunch of transitions. And how do you apply transition? You click on this drop down button, go to effects, the last option there is the transition, video transition option. You can choose several transition, bunch of transitions. You have a lot of them.
Even as a beginner. My name is Adobe.
You have a lot of transitions to play with.
My name is Adobe.
Sorry, my system is lagging.
Even as a beginner. My name is Adobe.
Can you see that? You have a lot of transitions to work with. Please do good to practice. I'm going to be showing you more of the effects, more of the transitions, and more of tricks that we use in video editing. Thank you for joining us once again, and we'll see you tomorrow.